Hello guys, welcome back once again to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new road code that has just come into effect on the 14th day of December 2024. Remember that Matteo Salvini is the current transport minister, and according to him, he said that he wants to make sure that the road is very safe for everybody, because there are numerous reports of accident from drivers who are unqualified to be on the road. So he made a kind of reform in the transportation industry. And also from 2025, I think there will be new rules to the driving school. Now, these are the things that we're going to be looking at very, very quickly. So please make sure you share this video to everybody to also know that these things are coming into effect. Let's quickly take a look at it, and I'll play you a video where he made the statement publicly. The new highway code is in force. What changes and what does not? The rules, the therapeutic cannabis case, a regulatory gap on the skin of the sick. Now, higher fines, crackdown on cell phones while driving. So now driving with cell phones on or making calls will become, a very serious offense. The possibility of driving powerful cars for new drivers and zero tolerance for those who test positive for narcotics while driving a car or motorcycle. The changes to the highway code came into force today. Lots of news on just as many aspects of traffic and road safety, but also some mess, in particular for people undergoing treatment with drugs containing psychotropic substances with therapeutic protocols. An example is therapeutic cannabis. So this cannabis has something that they use it for, or the one that doctors have recommended for you. So if you are taking such medication, it is not advisable for you to drive in Italy because of these new laws that has been put in place now. The announcement is a step back. So a few days ago, with a note from the ministry and a video on social media, Matteo Salvini announced, after protests from associations, the step back, having eliminated the reference in Article 187 of the Code to the state of psychophysical alteration, opens the way to the withdrawal of the license and criminal proceedings, even for those who take for treatment drugs containing psychotropic substances. So if you default this time around, you are going to either lose your driver's license, because the kind of accidents that have happened in recent days, sometimes you begin to wonder. Even I, who drive on the who rides on the road, either scooter or bicycle, you realize that some drivers doesn't even respect the zebra crossing on the road. Then you begin to wonder how they got their driver's license. I'm not talking about foreigners, I'm talking about Italians. Some of them doesn't know how to drive. Now, the new law provides that the mere assumption and consequent positivity to drugs will lead to punishment, even if the positive result of the test is caused by an assumption that occurred many hours before, and if the subject does not present any set of psychophysical alteration, it will no longer be necessary to ascertain, as was the case until yesterday. In addition to the positivity to the test, also the fact that the driver is in a state of alteration determined by the assumption of such substances. Obviously, this does not concern the sick, and there are hundreds of thousands of people who are on medical prescription and must take drugs that contain opiates or cannabinoid therapy. Therapy is one thing also. So those people who are on drugs that contains all these kind of narcotics, all this cannabis and all that, is going to be difficult, honestly, because they don't want to consider anybody at all in this case. Therapy is one thing. It is another to get high on pills. Amphetamines cocaine joint and then drive. Salvini said in a video on Facebook last Sunday. This is the kind of things that we are seeing in Italy, and such people can commit crimes and under tell you that they are taking drugs, so they they should not be punished, based on the fact that they are taking drugs. Let's quickly take a look at this video so you hear from Matteo Salvini himself when he was, explaining these things, okay? So, Nuovo Codice della Strada non potrò più bere alcohol. That's what he's saying. He said whether you can no longer take alcohol. Let's hear from Salvini first.
Salvini, ma è vero che col nuovo codice della strada non potrò più bere alcol? Falso. Le nuove norme infatti non cambiano di una virgola, né su né in giù, i limiti alcolemici. Quello che cambia invece è che per i recidivi, che vengono trovati più volte positivi all'esame dell'alcol test, scatta l'obbligo di installare in auto il dispositivo che si chiama Alcol Log, che funziona già in altri paesi europei e che impedisce l'accensione del motore se viene rilevato un tasso alcolemico sopra lo 0. Per i recidivi viene inoltre prevista la revoca della patente, il divieto di assumere bevande alcoliche prima della guida per un periodo fino a 3 anni e, nei casi di incidenti mortali, l'ergastolo della patente. Tolleranza 0 per chi si droga e poi si mette alla guida. Infatti il ritiro della patente per chi si sballa e poi si mette al volante ne va della vita del guidatore e di chi lo circonda. D'ora in poi saranno più semplici gli accertamenti da parte delle forze dell'ordine, aver assunto droghe sarà sufficiente per essere sanzionati. Questo varrà per tutti, ma non per chi assume farmaci su prescrizione medica, con oppiacei o cannabinoidi, che ovviamente non può comportare la sanzione come invece per chi usa le droghe per sballo. Stop ai monopattini selvaggi, basta con la giungla delle 2 ruote nelle città italiane che ha già portato 18 morti quest'anno e che sono stati coinvolti in 3.300 incidenti, alcuni dei quali anche gravissimi, l'anno scorso. D'ora in poi, a tutela di chi lo usa e degli altri utenti delle strade, saranno obbligatori casco, targa e assicurazione. Stop alle auto di grossa cilindrata ai neopatentati per i primi 3 anni. Niente macchinone infatti per i primi 3 anni a chi ha appena ottenuto la patente, per prudenza e per prendere dimestichezza con la strada, ovviamente. La norma riguarda solo chi deve ancora ottenere la patente e non è retroattiva. Inoltre, per i ragazzi con il nuovo codice della strada vengono anche promossi corsi di educazione stradale vera nelle scuole superiori, statali e paritarie, con la possibilità di ottenere dei punti aggiuntivi una volta conseguita la patente. Stop alla giungla degli autovelox, non a norma, nascosti e ovunque. La sicurezza stradale non può essere un modo per fare cassa, ovviamente gli autovelox potranno e dovranno continuare a essere installati nei punti riconosciuti come pericolosi e dovranno essere autorizzati e omologati. Stop anche alle multe multiple sullo stesso tratto di strada per autovelox e ZTL. Ad esempio, se si viene multati entrando in una ZTL e poi si esce dalla stessa ZTL a distanza di pochi minuti, non si può essere multati 2 volte. Quel WhatsApp, quel messaggio, quella chat devono aspettare quando sei al volante. La distrazione alla guida infatti è la prima causa di incidenti e di morti in Italia. Con il nuovo codice della strada, chi verrà sorpreso al telefono durante la guida avrà la sospensione breve della patente e una multa. A qualcuno magari potrà sembrare una soluzione antipatica, ma ne va della salute di tutti voi. Pene più severe finalmente per chi abbandona animali lungo le strade. Chi abbandona un amico a 4 zampe è un criminale, come tale va trattato. Via la patente e in caso di incidenti gravi carcere fino a 7 anni. Maxi multe per tutti per chiunque parcheggi male il motorino, la moto, la macchina? Falso. È vero invece che aumentano le multe per chi occupa abusivamente uno spazio riservato ai disabili, per chi parcheggia al posto degli autobus o in prossimità di un incrocio, atteggiamento pericoloso che può causare incidenti.
All right, guys, so a lot of rules are in effect now. So if you know that you are driving in Italy, if we want to take a look at everything here today, it's going to take a lot of time. But the new rules are not much different from what we have or what we had in the past. They are just kind of adjustment and kind of trying to put pressure on people to sit up and do the needful or do the right thing to reduce the level of accident that we're having in this country. According to him, he said that this 2024 alone, so far, that 3,300 accidents have been recorded so far in Italy, and that is not a good number. So, and most of them are very, very severe. So he doesn't want that to continue in 2025, and that is why you are getting these laws. So for people who take alcohol, he said that it is not going to be tolerated, but that doesn't mean that you can't take. But when they find a certain amount of it in your bloodstream, then you may lose your license for how many years? Did he say 3 years? And yeah, I think so, 3 years. I think something like that. You may have to be suspended for about 3 years for just that very offense. So if you know you drive in Italy now, please pay very good attention to your driving. And also when it has to do with the driving school, I think I mentioned that he made mention that they are going to be looking at the practical aspect of it rather than theory, because people can study the theory and pass it. But what about practical? Are they also good in it? He said that they are also going to look at it in 2025 to make sure that people who pass their theory also pass and understand what it means to be on the road physically, not just asking you questions, what is this, you know. So they want to put everything into practice in 2025. So if you are driving already, please be very, very careful now, because getting a patente is not an easy task. I've been also, you know, working on it, on getting a patente. So, but it's not easy. So if you have gotten it already, keep your eyes on the road to avoid any kind of sanction coming from this new road code that has been released. Okay, so I'll see you guys on the next video. Please don't forget to use tap send to send money to Nigeria in case you are sending money to your loved ones. Now, the good thing about this very app is that they are giving bonuses. Okay, so those in Canada, they are giving they are giving $30 for people in Canada and USA. Then people in Europe using euro, they are giving 15 euros. Okay, then those in UK, that is London, they are giving £15 on top of the money that you have to send to your loved ones in Nigeria, and the transaction is completely free for the very first time. And also you can download it from App Store and Google Play Store. All you have to do is just to use my promo code on the screen. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.